Welcome back to another episode of What If Naruto Was a Prodigy, and we're gonna continue where we left off. And remember, the story is found in Wattpad.com. So let's begin. We head over to an empty training ground. Across from a training ground, we stand across from each other and wait a signal from Itachi. Wait a signal. Itachi says go and we clash. Needless to say, that day, I earned 2 new senseis. October 10th, Naruto's 5th birthday. Surprise, surprise, I'm running away from those villagers again. This time, I'm going at a leisurely pace. My speed had increased significantly since I started training with Bakashi and Itani. Actually, I've already mastered most of the jutsu that I know, and I've memorized the entire Konoha library. I turned corner after corner until I reached a dead end. I turned around to face my pursuers. Aw, damn, you caught me, I pout. The pout turns into a smirk, or not, I say as I shun away. I end up in a forest. I estimate about a 10-day walk back from Konoha. I better get moving then, I think, as I start heading in the direction of Konoha. I didn't know how much distance I had covered. I just knew that I was tired. I turn my head when I see a faint orange glow. A camp! I absent-mindedly start walking towards it. Just as I'm about to ask if I can stay at their camp, I fell to my knees, giving out and heading into a deep sleep. Kid, hey kid, get your lazy ass up, I grumbled. I grumbled as I sit up. In front of me is a boy, girl. Honestly, I can't tell. They look androgynous, I think it was called. Androgynous. I don't know what that word is. Actually, do not know what that word is. But let's continue. And I'm still a little out of it. Next to them is a shirtless guy with a giant sword on his back. The first thing I think is, dude, where the hell are your eyebrows? Why do you look like a cow? And next to him, are you a boy or a girl? Because I can't tell. I see a tick mark form on the cow dude's head, and I hear the kid next to him chuckle, letting me know I had said that out loud. I don't know what that word is. Kid sticks out his hand out at me. I'm Haku, and I'm in fact a boy. My companion here is Zabuza. What are you doing, Zabuza? What are you doing so far out here alone? I shake his hand, content now that I know who these people are. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I was running away from some villagers and accidentally made it here somehow. If it wouldn't be too much trouble, I'd like to travel with you. Nope. I'm not gonna babysit another brat. One is enough, Zabuza complains. I can't help but get annoyed by this statement. Well, Mr. Moo Moo, if you must know, I can take care of myself just fine. It's just I'd rather not go back to the village where everyone hates me, at least not right now. He thinks about it before he gives me an answer. Fine, just don't expect me to give you cuddles, he mutters as he stands up. Me and Haku follow after him, talking casually. Okay, time skip. 2 years later, December the 5th. Gigi, I'm back. Sorry I was gone. I wasn't able to get my hands on any paper. Wait, let me read that again. Gigi, I'm back. Sorry I was gone. I wasn't able to get my hands on any paper or pens while I was traveling with Zabuza. Naruto had matured quite a bit since he ended up unintentionally leaving the village. His blonde hair was pulled back into a short ponytail. His messy bangs just barely kept out of his eyes. He was wearing a white sleeveless hoodie under a crimson jacket. On the back of the jacket was a yin-yang symbol that looked like two foxes chasing each other. He wore black shorts. He had bandages wrapped around his forearms and shins. Those were concealing weights. He had on black ninja sandals that stopped just below the knees, along the black fingerless gloves. He just grinned as everyone in his room gasped at him. Saratobi finally broke the silence. "Naruto! Where have you been? It's been 2 years. I was worried sick." "Jeez, Gigi, didn't I say I was traveling with Zabuza? It wasn't my intention to stay as long as I did. But stuff happens, you know?" "No, I don't know. And I'm gonna ignore the fact that you're traveling with the demon of the mist. Because I already know. Because I already have a headache." He pinched the bridge of my nose. He pinched the bridge of my nose. As he said this, he paused for a moment before his expression softened. "Welcome back to Konoha, Naruto. But if you ever pull a stunt like that again, you will never see the end of it." Time skip. A few months later, March the 3rd. I was doing my usual training regimen with a group of about 100 shadow clones, all working on something different. When I saw a hawk fly over my head. "What does that old man want now?" I thought as I stopped throwing a shuriken and dispersed all of my clones. I guess you'll find out when you get there." I jumped slightly at the sudden voice in my head. "Kura, where the hell have you been? "I was taking a nap. For 2 years? Yup." He popped like a kid. "The great powerful Ninetales is lazier than a Nara. How'd anyone ever have a hard time defeating you?" He inhaled like he was going to say something and laid down and mumbled something about Naras wish they could be as amazing as me. "You little I can't say that word. Absolutely not. Cannot say that word. So, continue. I chuckled to myself as I hopped through the window to Gigi's office, effectively scaring the can't say that word out of him. And the Ambu were supposed to be alert and ready for everything. "Naruto, have you ever heard of knocking?" I pretended like I was thinking before I put on my best innocent face. I said, "Don't know, sorry. That concept is lost to me." The old man sighed and handed me a scroll. Sorry about that. Okay, let's continue again. "Could you take this to Suna for me? Everyone else is..." Wait, I forgot to do... I have to do my Hokage voice, okay. "Could you take this to Suna for me? Everyone is somehow busy or off doing work today." I nodded and took the scroll. I jumped out of the window and started my journey. In Suna, I walked... I don't know if Kurama's speaking right now. I don't think Kurama's speaking. Yeah, I don't think Kurama's speaking. Okay. In Suna, I walk up to the lady at the front, and she gives me a curious look. I need to... oops, that's not the girl voice. Naruto voice again. Sorry about that. "I need to get this to the Kazekage," I say as I hold up the scroll. She just nods, and I take that as a clearance to continue. I get to the Kazekage's office, and I see 3 kids standing outside his door. One of them is a girl with two pigtails and a fan on her back, another carrying a puppet and has a face full of war paint, and last, one has a gourd on his back. Sorry, I couldn't read that properly. Has a gourd on his back, and looks like no one ever explained explained the definition of sleep to him. So, me being an insufferable little, can I say the word, that I am pointed out. Dude, did anyone ever tell you what sleep is? 'Cause you definitely need it. The three look at me, and I suddenly feel a wave of killing intent, almost coming out of the insomniac kid, who I will graciously give the nickname of Raccoon. He looks me dead in the eyes and says with a straight face, "Mother wants your blood." I look at him and with a more goofy tone and I say, "Well, tell Mother that she can shove it, because my blood is staying in my body right where it belongs." I release a bit of my own killing intent with a statement showing him that this is a joke to me, but I won't go out with a fight. I won't go out with a fight. I hear a gasp from what I assume to be his siblings. He looks at me with a glare that would make even a chia, I can't say that word, his pants, you know what it means. You know what the word is. Uchiha, their pants. His pants, or its pants, or their pants, something like that, before collapsing on the ground, holding his head. I think their head. "Mother, why are you frightened? Calm down, Mother." His siblings look worried. Don't approach him. Siblings look worried, but don't approach him. Shukaku. What is Shukaku's? Oh, okay. It's Kurama. It's Kurama talking right now, I think. Kurama talking. "Shukaku, the one-tailed raccoon. The kid is also a Jinchuriki, and by the looks of it, whoever made the seal did a terrible job. He's only scared because of your ki." It's chakra, not ki. Chakra. As some of mine mixed into it. He subconsciously knows that you are his superior when it comes to power. So he's in pain because Chikaku's afraid. Yup. I start walking towards him. Sand starts to attack me, but what is that word? It's all recites. I don't know. As I let out a bit more of my chakra, he starts backing up until he hits the wall. He looks at me, genuinely afraid. I felt kind of sorry for him. Don't come any closer. Mother doesn't like you. Stay away." I could only compare him to me when the villagers first started attacking me. No one should feel that kind of fear. I knelt in front of him and stuck my hand out, smiling. "My name is Naruto Uzumaki. What's yours?" I stopped emitting my kai. He looked confused at what I was doing, but he eventually took my hand. "Gara." He stood up and dusted himself, seemingly more at ease than before. So Gara, Kurama told me that you have Shikaku sealed inside you." Gara's eyes widened. Who's Kurama?" I could tell he was silently cursing himself for stuttering, probably because he thinks it made him sound weak. Kurama is the Nine Tails. Kurama is the Nine Tails. Gara gasped. By this time, the two other kids had rushed over to their brother. They'd kept their distance, though very of sand. Very of sand. It attacked enemies and friends alike. They stood next to their brother and pushed me away. "Who are you?" the girl asked, getting into a defensive position. "I'm Naruto Uzumaki, and who might you be?" "I'm Tamari." What do you want with my brother?" Before I could answer, Gara butt in. "I can take care of myself. I don't need your help, Tamari." The girl looked wary. I can't believe I said it wrong. It's wary. Oh my gosh, I can't read. Let me continue. But I stepped out of the way. The boy, however, wasn't having it. There's absolutely no way you're gonna touch my brother. Kankuro, you'll move before I kill you. But the sand started to come out of the gourd. Kankuro moved quickly to the side. I looked at Gar's siblings, then at him. Why would you even threaten to kill your own blood? He was in my way. He was trying to protect you. He was in my way. He was trying to protect you. Gara just scoffed. I shook my head. You have no idea how lucky you are to have people that care about you. Gara shook his head. I didn't spell shook right. Gara shook his head to the side. What do you mean? No one cares about me. I'm alone. I was resisting the urge to slap. Gar, what do you mean? What do you mean? No one cares about me. I'm alone. I was resisting the urge to slap Gar right then and there. If you are truly alone, if no one actually cared about you, they would be putting themselves in potential danger for you. Love conquers fear. You really don't have. Okay, let me read that again. Love conquers fear. You really do have no idea what you have. With that, I turned and walked into the Kazekage's office, leaving Gara speechless. When I came back out, Tamari hugged me. I wasn't sure why, but I figured that it was something about Gara. She let go and stepped to the side. Gara came up to me. He looked nervous and shy, the complete opposite of the bloodthirsty monster I'd saw earlier. Thank you for helping me realize that I had more than I realized. What can I do to make it up to you? His voice was barely above a whisper. I could tell he wasn't good with gratitude. I chuckled. If you really want to make it up to me, then be my friend. His head shot up and looked like he was about to cry. I never had a friend before. I pulled him into a hug. Then I'll be your first friend. Right, Gara? Okay. Later that night, I think I'm gonna do a little time skip later that night. I was walking back to Konoha when I heard rustling. I was walking back to Konoha when I heard rustling in the bushes. I glanced over. I saw a kid with glasses and a pale guy with a giant purple bow on his back emerge. We looked at each other for a bit before I started walking again. The guy with the bow just followed me, and the kid with the glasses on the other him and the kid with the glasses on the other side of me. What is a little kid like you doing out so late? Okay, let me do my Orochimaru voice. Let me read that again. What is a little kid like you doing out so late? Get out of here, bro. Oh, sorry, that was a dog. There was a little dog coming in here, so... Well, there was a dog there. Oh, there's lots of noise outside. I'm gonna quickly close the door. That's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise. There was a dog that came into my door. Someone opened the door and the dog came in, so yeah. So, okay, let me continue. Sorry about that. Okay, so, wouldn't you like to know? I spat back. Jeez. Okay, Orochimaru voice again. Jeez, there's no need to be so rude. Well, how would let me read this again. Well, how would it feel if a creepy pedo dude just came? Uh, wait, well, how would it feel if a creepy pedo dude and his sidekick started walking beside you in the middle of the night? I'm not a pedo. My name's Orochimaru. Orochi pedo. Got it. I heard I heard the other guy chuckle a bit. Kabuto, stop laughing. It's not funny. It's not funny. He tried to be scary but failed. His face was red as a tomato. You have absolutely no manners. It's not. It. Oh, it's Naruto speaking this time. Oops. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not like there's. It's not. It's not. I've ever. That has no grammar. It's not like anyone's ever taught me, I stated painfully, looking. Stop knocking on my door. Stop knocking on my door, whoever's knocking on my door. Someone kept knocking on my door. Okay, so I'll continue. Looking at my nails, Orochi Pedo just looked at me. But you seem really strong. You could be a perfect vessel. What do you mean, vessel? I asked suddenly, a bit cautious of the man next to me. I could give you power if you let me use your body. So you are a pedophile. Not like that, he yelled. Not like that, he yelled as he blushed again. I'm currently working on a jutsu for immortality. But for the time being, I need to get a new body every so often to keep me young. Yo, it's the background. Keep me young. You sound like an evil witch. And no one in their right mind would ever do that willingly. I think I'll end it off right here. So yeah. I think I'll end it off right here, guys. So remember, you can find the story in Wattpad. Please like and subscribe, and that'll be all for today. Bye.